I think the majority of people that medically transition, especially women, do so because of homophobia or they're not okay with their own body, kind of a thing. For me, it was being in a relationship with a woman that was hated for being lesbian, and used to always jokingly say to me, it was just me. You know, that she's never been attracted to anybody else, and it was just me. And so, just kind of like a laughing thing. When we were watching Jazz Jennings, and it was hearing that a lot in my life. Although, before I transitioned, I mean, I looked like a woman. I never was butch. I mean, I went through...
You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So, it wasn't something that you would look at me and go, oh, that's a lesbian. After talking to me, like my presence, my kind of, you know, in business and stuff, it was kind of like, that's a really strong, you know, no nonsense kind of person. But we were watching Jazz Jennings, and I looked over and just kind of laughed and said, God, maybe I was born in the wrong body. And she like lit up like a Christmas tree. And I was like, God, am I, you know, maybe that's all this is, right? Maybe this is, and she was very, very Catholic, very, very religious. And so I made an appointment for a therapist. And it was a trans woman therapist. And I remember I walked in, I had a business suit on, earrings, makeup, not overtly feminine, but just like my business attire. And one of the first things that she said to me was, how long have you been dressing like a man? And I remember at that moment, I felt so incredibly stupid. Like I had spent my life with everybody making fun of me. Like walking down the street, oh yeah, that's Kelly. Kelly didn't know that, you know, she's a man. I felt so torn down. I felt like I was the biggest idiot in the entire world. Let me just see what the process is. So I went and made an appointment with an OBGYN. And he said something to me. He said, have you ever been tested for, and they tell these kids this a lot too, have you ever been tested for, what's the intersex kind of thing? And I said, no, why? And he said, well, your jaw is so strong right here. It's just a very manly jaw. And I was just, you know, even though I was 42, it was like, what is going on? I'm like, really? And I was like, no. And then all of a sudden it was like, wow, I don't have to be different. You know, I get to be in a straight relationship. I get to be, you know, accepted.